Oh, yeah, boy! Welcome to the Pokémon GO Podcast. We're Joe _artist here to say yep izzle to the yep zizzle. I know I got a podcast each other fall, and I got to bring all the energy because you know what? Joe almost pulled a filthy casual move and texted me last minute like, "Oh, I'm tired." I'm like, but he knows better. He knows not to text me next. He knows the first thing I'm going to do is just grab the Patreons and then have a wild, crazy show of people talking live, and you never know what might need to get beeped out. That's not what we're here to talk about. How you doing, Joe? It looks like you got your Mountain Dew infusion going on.
Yeah, I got double Mountain Dew tonight, and there is a very distinct reason why I'm tired. Two members of my family currently have pneumonia, so that's fun.
Sounds like their personal problem.
Oh,
You off. You gotta go work. Put food on the table.
yeah, exactly. I got to pick up a lot of the slack. Yeah, no, it's been a very weird week. My mother-in-law was in the hospital. My wife was in the ER. Yeah, it's just been nuts. But I'll be honest. I didn't get a lot of time to play this week, but I did get on a bit and play. And I nabbed myself a shiny horsey. So I really like that cyan color on the shiny horsey. Real nice. I got into a Tornadus raid with actually my coworkers. We don't use it much nowadays, now that almost all of the people in the chat room are working from home full time. But we had a chat room for my work because there are 3 gyms at my work. And so we'd be like, hey, this Pokemon is here, good IVs, go get it. Or so if a rare Pokemon popped up or a hundo or something. And then we had the 3 gyms. So we had a chat room specifically dedicated for raiding. And so occasionally people will be like, hey, I got this raid. Anybody want in? Remote raid in? And so that's what that was. And this Tornadus is actually a hundo Tornadus that I got from that raid. So pretty nice stuff there.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean there's weeks where you catch all kinds of Pokemon and you don't get anything. Whereas this week, a new shiny, a new hundo, pretty satisfying week in Pokemon Go considering I didn't have a ton of time to play. So and then I grabbed a Fomantis already. Need to get a few more of them to evolve it, but yeah, not too shabby.
Not too shabby. I have not grabbed a Fomantis yet. I did a clean out of my Poke bag earlier this week just to make sure. Because maybe this morning I cleaned it out because I went to turn on the gotcha and want to make sure I had that room to catch whatever I was going to catch. So nothing new major. I did get invited to a raid earlier today and couldn't get to it. Apparently I picked up a 10K egg at some point. I'm going to incubate that. I did. Hey, first time in forever. I hatched an egg this morning. I don't open my game enough, so I probably honestly hatched it a while back and just didn't catch it, see it in the game or whatever. Every Thursday I open my game, so it's at least been in this last week. And I hatched, I don't know, whatever K egg this morning, got something that was whatever. It wasn't special. And then I put in a 2K egg. Guess what? I just hatched my 2K egg today. I did something. I'm good there. Nothing. I did finish the first 2 tasks. Not the steps. Like I'm still on 1 of 4. I just completed the first 2 tasks in Lush Jungle. I'll use some berries and complete the other part tonight. I did finish up. I didn't want to complete that yet. Dang it. I caught up on clearing off the notifications and that I did. Wow. Apparently I've completed an Akala adventure. I've completed all 3 steps of that today.
There you go.
And then earlier today, I finished up Meloetta. Joe and I had done Meloetta already, I believe, right? That was part of a live.
That was Go Fest.
Go Fest, yeah. And so it got redone at some point. but Joe and I already had it. So I mean, I just slow rolled that one is what I'm saying, and finished that one up today. What I get? I got invited to a cool raid the other day. I got to do it, but it wasn't. Was it Rockcroft? Maybe it wasn't anything huge, but it was fun. Um, yeah, that's been my experience of the week, and trying to do more. I am. I'm trying to put. Hey, you know what? My other experience of the week was, Joe, is I sent you some Pokemon based TikToks. Is what I did this week. I don't remember. Oh, this one I didn't send you because I thought you might buy it. And like, no, Joe, don't buy this. But it's gotta be a 2 foot tall Pikachu that is a good foot around, and its whole thing is it sits there all cute looking with his hand by its cheek, and you put your phone in it like he's talking on it, and it's a wireless charger. Yeah, like you're doing on your phone. And it's a wireless charger. And I almost sent that to you. And I was like, no, Joe might buy it. So I don't want to do that. For you, buddy.
Dooley, subscribe it again. The 13-month streaker.
Dig it. Oh, that's a cool little costume by Slim Sadie, too.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, that's cool.
The Gengar costume with I'm pretty sure it's Gengar. Yeah, with the Ho-Oh wings.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Little tail on the back of the onesie. All right, in our chat. Actually, you know what? I know I'm going to let you start with the Discord chat. I'm going to go to Twitter and see if anybody has added us or tagged us in experience of the week. It is twitter.com/Pokemon GO Pod is what it is. And I'm going to go see if anybody has hashtagged us or sent us messages. So what do we got in our Discord?
So on our Discord, we've got Terry, continuing the trend from last week with house spawns. So ended up with a house spawn Hitmonlee that is near perfect for PvP, and he's loving the moveset as well on it. And then he's also sharing some photos of pool. For those that don't know, billiards, pool, whatever you want to call it. Terry really loves his billiards. So it's and he was playing in a tournament as well. So that's awesome. He doesn't tell us how he did though. Just saying. I mean, if he catches those side pockets the way he catches Pokemon, he'll do all right. Kittens and High Fives did a Tornadus raid because it was in his neighborhood and he was with his wife. They beat it, and he said, "I don't care if I get a shiny. It's a worthless Pokemon," and he gets a shiny anyway.
First for Mantis. I just finished up the stuff, so I'm getting my first.
There you go.
Fake Mantis.
Get you that fake Mantis.
That's cool.
And so he did a quick catch on it. And so for those that don't remember, quick catches, you throw it and then you run away basically, and either it catches or it doesn't in that one ball, and then you could technically click on it again and try to catch it again. But he accidentally did a hit and run on it, and the raid had ended, so his timer was expired. So he was out and couldn't get back in. So it sounds like he didn't get it at all. Like if he missed that one quick hit, then he didn't get back in. So it sounds like he didn't get it. He didn't get the shiny Tornadus. Ooh, that's a little rough. We got Dooley noted with a Coco Momo. And a shiny Tornadus. Shift Works with a double shiny day. Ended up with a shiny Shadow Teddiursa and a shiny Ladybug. Duly noted with a Hundo Munchlax. He took the X off the name. It's a Munchla. And then Postywan Kenobi, who is here in the chat. Hey, Postywan Kenobi, how's it going? Postywan Kenobi with a shiny Drifloon and a shiny Goldeen, as well as a Laurent, a rank 6 for Great League. So awesome IVs for Great League for Laurent. Very nice. And then Mr. Tambourine, who is also here live with us today, caught this shiny. It's a shiny Horsey. First day of vacation in the Atlanta area. Nice. Shiny Horsey.
Wait. I'm sorry, what?
He's in the Atlanta area, and he caught a shiny
Today,
horsey.
at 5:27,
Yes.
he posted, "Plays in you come to my town, my town, on vacation, and you don't even bother to say, hey, buddy, we're gonna be in town. You wanna come out and say hey? I mean, I'm gonna say no. I
Hey.
you know? Actually, this weekend is really bad. I don't know. I'd have too much time, but I don't want to intrude on your vacation. But still, I love playing with people. That's what it is. And when you come to my neck of the woods, and you don't tell me, I take it personally.
Kind of like that time that you drove by, stopped at my exit just to see if the 7-Eleven was here, and when it wasn't, you kept driving.
I was going to let you know. I was going to say, hey, I was thought about actually. And just be like, what? I'm like, 7-Eleven, buddy. Bye. And I was going to leave. But I was going to come say, hey.
I need to, I still need to stop by. I sent you an email or a text the other day. One of the, not the one that's close to me. This one's closer to my in-laws. But they have changed their signage to 7-Eleven. I need to see if the insides match the packaging.
I've told you, man. The moment I can come up, once you confirm that the red whale is real, or green and orange, if you really just want to go 7-Eleven branding, but I get the scary Slurpee. Once the Slurpee demon is real, I will come up. We'll go raiding or whatever, and I'll get on a sugar high, and that'll be cool.
You know what? Maybe I'll confirm that it's real, and then you can come up for Community Day later this next month.
I know we're gonna get to it, but there's a good Community Day coming, people. Just saying. Hey, I did have one more experience before we get out of all this. Well, two more experiences. One was getting the cold shoulder from Mr. Tambourine and expecting that I wouldn't find out that he was in my town, but that's okay. But the second was a Kid with Knives who virtually lives in my town. They up in Marietta, which is up a little north of Atlanta. They said the Kids and Knives said after last week they listened and I was giving them grief right on the show, and like, yeah, no, I you know what, Dooley? I'm gonna talk. Where's my timeout? Timeout.
For our podcast listeners, Dooley just submitted the title. Charles sure complains a lot.
I timed him out for a full 5 seconds. So, wow! Oh crap! It like struck everything he said. Well, you subscribe to my channel, I just take all your crap out. There you go. No, but Kids and Knives actually did reach out and said, "Yeah, no, I'm saving you this, and this, and we will actually make some time to get together and trade and have some fun. It'll be cool." But yeah, that was my experience this week. So, questions. We've got a question of the week. We went, dude, don't do that. You're for the podcast, I looked for 5 seconds at the video on Twitch, and all Joe's doing is spinning the map as fast as he can on his game.
Well, I mean, with all the incense changes, I don't want to use an incense. Normally, I use an incense during the show, and
I
so
know I've done before. I know it kind of messes up your screenshot, but I close the game and reopen it, and sometimes it respawns stuff.
Well, that's not how spawns actually work. So it's just
I've had it work before. I say it should work.
It's called confirmation bias.
That's the only bias I care for. I don't know. The question was, what is your favorite bug type Pokemon? And do we get any Reddit answers?
We did get some Reddit answers. So we have Slim Sadie, who you were commenting on their outfit earlier. So awesome outfit there, Slim Sadie. Favorite is Wurmple. Good old Wurmple. Right. Yeah. And then we've got Alpaca-tastic. Loves Shuckle. So, yeah. There we go. What about you? Do you have a favorite bug type of Pokemon?
No. No.
You're just like, I squash all the bugs.
I mean, honestly, I don't really memorize types, so I'm sure there'd be one that I would not realize is like.
Beedrill's your favorite. I know it.
Well, you know what? When Beedrill first came out, that was the first in this game. So my experience, if you first time listening to this show, my almost entire Pokemon experience is this game. I say almost because I was aware of the cartoon in the '90s. I was aware of the card game. I played a little bit of the card game after doing this show with my daughter. So most of my experience was in this game. So when Beedrill came out, that was the first one in this game that actually looked like a pocket monster that could do some damage. So you're not wrong, Joe. I think Beedrill fine. I've got some answers from Spotify, and then I'm going to ask you what yours is.
Cool.
Snackman on Spotify to answer what is your favorite bug type, Cowboy Hat Caterpie, or Scyther, the OG hack and slash boy. Then Pokemon Master says Shiny Virizion. But I wanted to say I love your guys' podcast. I've watched every episode, and you guys for next episode should talk about your favorite shiny legendaries. I'm also your top fan. You know what? Just like on the Rock Out of Podcasting, everything that is self-declared is true. So top fan Pokemon Master is going to have the question next week. So we'll get back to that, but the question is going to be your favorite shiny legendaries. But Joe, what's your favorite cockroach style bug type?
So I really liked Scyther in Gen 1, but I've got to give it up to his evolution for Gen 2. Scizor is real nice, and as I scroll past Scizor, I see a fortress that I had named Bagel Noob. Oh, Bagel! I haven't thought of Bagel Noob in a long time. That silly fellow. But yeah, no.
High calorie, high carb, dude.
I remember during one of my playthroughs of Gold version, I hadn't trained any Pokemon to counter the Ghost type gym, and I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to take this down. What am I going to do? And I took a Scizor, or no, it was a Scyther. I hadn't even evolved it yet. I took a Scyther into that, and I used Fury Cutter. And for those that don't know, in the main series games, Fury Cutter, every time you use it, it does more damage. You all right there, Charles?
Okay. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I am so not okay. I saw your comment in the chat. That said, oh, I bet Charles' favorite bug that would be Buzzwole. We discovered it. So I was like, copy, paste. And I see this picture on Bulbapedia of what Buzzwole is, which is a huge, tiny head mosquito with this big, just like that body. And all I can hear is, hey man, I skipped leg day. That picture. Oh my god. Chuck, what have you done? What have you done? What is that monstrosity? Oh my god. I'll carry on whatever you
So that's a real Pokemon for Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh my
man. So back to my story. So Fury Cutter, every time you use it, it gets stronger every time. And so generally when you're fighting Pokemon in the main fighting trainers in the main series games, they start off with weak Pokemon and they get progressively stronger. So as I'm continuing on, by the end, I'm just one-shotting their best Pokemon at the end. And I got to keep going back because I'm using a lot of PowerPoint, so I got to keep going to the Poke Center and heal up. But that's how I ended up beating the Ghost-type gym, even though I didn't have a real answer to it. And yeah, it was fun. Got good memories of Scyther and Scizor.
I played the Let's Go Eevee. I don't think I got far enough into the game to get to the park and trade, which is actually like halfway through the game at least. And I don't think I came across a Scyther. Let me tell you something. When Pokemon Go is your only real reference, those games are brutal. It's like, what do you mean I have to travel all over the world to find something? Did it just spawn at my Starbucks? Come on, man. There's caves. You better have a rope if you're a rookie like me, because you'll get lost in those caves trying to get in and out of them. It was fun, but it was hard. Okay, so Joe, next week, all right, close it. Next week will be our favorite shiny legendaries.
That's right. Favorite shiny legendaries.
Legendary. Now, this is where I'm going to ask you a little bit of guidance. Are we going to stick to just Pokemon Go, or are you going to say, oh, there's these out there that are legendary, and we can? Because I'm sure there's probably some that I like.
Let's just open it all up.
All right, I'll do my research then, which means about 20 minutes before the show, I'll go, oh yeah, crap, legendary, shiny. Yeah. So open it up to the whole universe of Pokemon. What is your favorite shiny? We'll discuss that. Shiny legendary. We'll discuss that next week. And that'll be cool, man. That Buzzwole broke me, dude. we're gonna put a where's my recording? Oh, you panicked me recording. I must have minimized it. It's recording. We're good, Joe. We're good, but it panicked me. All right, I'll put a marker in here. We'll be back in just a minute.
Boom.
I saw it. Hey, bro, do you even live? Yeah, man. I'll suck it.
Oh, Buzzwole.
Oh, Buzzwole. Oh, it just hurts me to even think about it. Can't even make that a character on the show now. It's just, I don't know. Yep. I can't even do. All right, I need to pick some music while this ad's playing. I love it though. Halo. I'm not a huge I'm a huge fan of the idea of Halo, and by that I mean I like what they did with the games, but I don't really play it because the community, at least when I came up, was very, very caustic, and just that's not for me.
Yeah, well, I don't play it because I got banned by Bungie and for nonsense reasons, claiming I had a mod on my Xbox when I didn't. And so yeah, no, I have been going strong. I haven't purchased another Bungie game since Halo 2.
Woo! Yeah, you the first part of the show is what you really need. All right, here we go, Joe. You ready? Oh, I gotta put the marker back in so I know where to cut this thing.
I cut you. My name is Buzzwole.
I'm singing that voice. Oh, the minutes of entertainment you're giving me. Oh man, so we're back in. We've got some headlines. I do not have the show notes open. Why? Because when Joe started doing notes, he started laughing almost as hard as I'm laughing at Buzzwole. He's like, "Oh man, I can't wait to get this reaction." Like, "Oh, tell me, we'll give Patreon content." It's like, "No, we gotta do this one live." Joe, you're in charge of the headlines.
Okay.
Instead of the content right now, and I'll just respond as you put them in the chat here. I'll click on it.
All right. I mean, you can pull them up, and I can hide one of them from you.
No. This is good. You just as you put them in the chat, I'll click on it. So thank you for an amazing in-person community day. We talked about how there's parts all over the world. Well, we say all over the world because it's technically true, but there was maybe 20 cities spread out.
There was exactly 20 cities.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, there it is, right in the thing. I actually was guessing from trying to remember the list, but there you go. I nailed it. And I love these pictures. I like that people are out doing it. Honestly, if they'd had one in our area, Joe and I probably would have gotten together to do that kind of thing because we like to see what's going on, and then it gives a reason for the people who are dead to us, like Mr. Tambourine, to possibly show up and say hi.
Mr. Tambourine's not dead to you.
No, you know what?
You're gonna be like Sheldon, aren't you? And you're just gonna have a list of people that are dead to me.
Yeah, he's close. He's close to the dead to me list. But yeah, we had fun the last time, so that counts. I mean, other than getting a Bidoof from his son. Well, that's not his fault. He's a bad parent. That's okay. It's fine. But,
didn't you name it something too? That Bidoof?
I did. I honestly don't know. It's something he said because the kid was witty as all get out, man. He had the joke. And he said something to me. I was giving him a hard time about the Bidoof. He said something to me, and it cracked us all up. And whatever he said, I can't remember what he said now, but whatever he said, I named the Bidoof that, at that time. But I'll tell you, the marketers right now for this game, this video they posted, that title card shot, right? The it's not called title card. It's whatever you have in front of the thumbnail in front of the video.
Yeah, the thumbnail. That's
perfect. You got the guy with the Pokemon hat on, the Pikachu hat on, and the other one's got the Eevee.
They're just cracking up.
They're yeah. I mean, it's just everything just draws you into this picture. That's a video. Then you hit play and watch it.
And then you're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, like, I don't really care about their videos. I'm just saying the marketing team did a slam up job, and then the other pictures they posted down here, pretty cool. I'm glad. Did anybody? That's what I'd like to kind of hear from people. Did anybody get to go to an in-person community day? Because I know we didn't, Joe.
No, yeah, definitely not. Oh,
hey, what do we think? Because I would think they would have announced it by now. But help me with historically. Do we think they're going to have a Chicago Go Fest? Because I'm trying to plan a trip this year. I've got some airline tickets I need to use before the end of the year. And I was talking about actually going to Chicago with my wife. We go see Barry and his wife and just see the city some and just kind of be a non-business trip, right? I'm always going out there on business, which is what our show is, right? Show businesses. Anyway,
I'd guess it's safe money that they will probably June or July have Go Fest in Chicago, but I'm guessing
that sooner so I can allocate that.
This is Niantic you're talking about. It's going to get announced like the end of April, if you're lucky, maybe even May.
You're right.
And so my guess is it'll be a hybrid one, just like it was this last year. Although the more and more we're going to talk about it, they're trying to get back to the pre-COVID version of the game. They are consistently removing things that they have added during the COVID era, and so
does that mean the next Go Fest is just going to be the worst experience ever where nothing worked?
they're like we're going all the way back. Oh man.
But yeah. So hit me with the next one. Hit me with
your next shot. All right. So I've already put it in the chat there. They have announced the April Community Day, and it will be Stuffle.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Okay. So here's why I said we have a great community day coming up. This is a brand new community day and a fairly new Pokemon, right? It's already in the game, I believe, right? No, it's just his debut. Hey, I thought we talked about maybe it's a code dive. Maybe we did a code dive that we saw.
We've talked about Stuffle before, but no, this is its debut in the game.
Awesome. That's what I'm talking about, right? So I did get a little off because we had talked about it. So I was like, well, maybe it's not new, but the fact of the matter is it's not a freaking Pidgey community day. Those are fine. People need them. But here's one that's not only a brand new Pokemon that everybody needs, its debut is community day. Let's rock this joint. Let's do that. Oh, no. Joe, I get excited. Man, I can't trust this game anymore. Woo! And then there's this huge brown paragraph that
community day adjustments.
Right. And it's this pink background initially, and then it's this brown, muddy background with the notes. Yeah, here's some bad news. Hit us with the bad news, Joe.
Yeah. So this is going to be Saturday, April 23rd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. I am reading that correctly. This community day will be 3 hours. It will not be 6 hours that we have been enjoying for the last couple of years. It will be 3 hours long. They claim.
I'll take the fall for this.
Niantic claims that they found that only 5% of the trainers participated for more than 3 hours, which that may be true, but
Well, here's part of the problem. One, they're only researching me. And so when I play 10 minutes, I really skew those numbers. Secondly, Joe, since COVID hit, there hasn't been a community day where we could really go out. I mean, I used to go before COVID. I'd take my kids in nice weather, and the square in Covington would just be filled with Pokemon Go players.
yeah, maybe if they didn't have crap community day Pokemon, we'd get out and do it more.
Right? There's that. And then there's COVID, and then there's weather. Because I'm not going to go out and play community day with people when it was 30 degrees outside. I just not. I'm not going to do it when it's 100 degrees outside either. But
And then they also claim one of the biggest pieces of positive feedback we received after January's 3-hour Community Day Classic was that players and community leaders noticed how much more of the community was out and about during the event.
this
So,
feels like some task force BS.
yeah, it's like, okay, so they're condensing it specifically so that people will see other people while they're playing? Is that the
I don't know, Joe. I'll play Hickey's advocate here. He's the devil. There's something to be said about less is more, right? There's something to say, well, if you only can do it in a smaller window, then you're more likely to do it in that window, which means more people will play at the same time. If you really think about it, a 6-hour window. Now, I liked the 6 hours. I like knowing that, I didn't get up right on time, for 11 o'clock start. I slept in, and now I'm going to go out about 1 o'clock to go play. Well, in that 6-hour window, I like knowing that I still had an hour or two if I wanted to do it, right? Whereas a 3-hour window, by that time it starts at 11 and I don't go out to 1, I'm down to the last hour available, which is on me.
you know what else is on you?
They got that full feedback. What else is on me?
You need to accept the raid invite you just got from Dooley Noted. Sorry, that's a tangent. But no, so what they claim, they're like, okay, we know that a lot of people like to get the extra resources during the longer events, so we're adding some new and exciting perks to Community Day for the gameplay. Okay, so that's that's what they say. Here's what you need to know. You need 400 Stuffle candy to evolve Stuffle into Beware. So this is its debut. You need 400 candies to evolve to get the special charge move on this one day, and they're like, okay, you get double catch candy. No, they cut it. No, that's a normal one. That's a normal, like they in addition to that, there's the triple catch experience. So they're giving us a couple of extra bonuses, but they're not really increasing the bonuses themselves. And so I'm like, are you kidding me? It's debuting. A casual player might not even get enough candies to evolve one. And I get we're going, a lot of people are like, oh no, we're not caring about the casuals. But at the same time, so double catch candy still means that you get 6 per, so you need 400 candies. So you can get up to 12 if you use all pin apps on this. So you still got to catch, 35, 40, somewhere in there to evolve one. It's not horrible, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I've got to be really selective on how many I'm gonna be evolving, like which ones I'm gonna evolve to get this specific move, and it's just why.
Okay. So,
and then
I'm not doing this, but I can say as a casual player, I can tell you, I can get 400 candies to get an evolution in that community day, even in 3 hours.
Yeah, most people will be able to. You're not wrong, but
Now
still,
let's look at evolution here. Now I get it, and you're really kind of going into defense. Okay, new note: why in this battle is my Twister have a rainbow circle around? Does that mean it's super effective against this Pokemon?
So your Pokemon's just trying to display its pride. Why are you knocking on it?
Hey, let's fly that. Yeah, I'm down. But
So
that's new to the game. I've not seen. And okay, and it went away. Why did it go away? I don't understand. Well, now it just died, but that's not the point.
and then I don't see anything here about beware spawning in parks. Probably because it's only a it's a single evolution, not a double evolution. And then there's also they're adding a quote unquote group play bonus. So if a single lure, uh, if enough Pokemon are caught by trainers and those Pokemon are generated by the lure, then and it doesn't say what that amount is, but that it needs, if you unlock that bonus from a certain number being caught, then triple experience bonus will be achieved for catching Pokemon near the Lord stop. Um, and it'll be increased to 4 times for 30 minutes, and then there's an asterisk. This bonus will not stack with the 3 times catch experience and will instead replace it for the duration. So it's not even multiplicative.
Okay, you use big words. I don't like that. But I will say, if you're wanting to get the best beware possible, or you want to use them in PvP, this is a tough community day. I absolutely get that. And we do have audio from Dennis, who's here, the world's okayest the DM, whereas he says this is why his clip turned from 5 minutes into 15 minutes because they announced that, and he rants about it. Then he answers my question. Somebody probably has a mega that boosts your move. That's typically what the rainbow is. Thank you, Dennis. I would say for my purposes, I just go in for the shiny, right? So I'm going to get a shiny, save it, and when I get the 400 candies, then I'm going to evolve that shiny up. And then if I get more candies, great. I'll keep doing that. So the real question is this, Joe. Are you going to come here and go to Covington, or am I going to come up there and you have a place that we can play that has like a dozen stops and we can keep making our laps?
The place I have has way more than a dozen stops.
Okay. Well, you bribed me with a little bit of Slurpee.
Yeah. I'll have to take a trip down and see if that 7-Eleven is if the insides match the exterior. So,
I know it's you, Joe, and there was no wrong thoughts or dirtiness in that statement, but it just sounded so wrong. So wrong. So this is what day? This is April the 23rd. I'm gonna pull up my calendar. That doesn't sound familiar, so I don't think I have anything already on that weekend, but always double check. While I'm looking at my calendar, what's the times on this community day?
2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah, no. My wife can handle that. She won't like it. She'll handle it. That's my daughter's birthday's the next weekend, and so that weekend she's going to my parents' house for her birthday, spend the night, whatever. I'm supposed to pick her up Saturday. I'll talk to my wife about it because there's no way I'm going to be in Chattanooga at 5 p.m. to then come home. And then, of course, we'll probably get dinner or something and then come home after 6, about 3 hours ish. So, yeah. I have to get my wife to look at that, but I'll talk to her. But yeah, right now, that's the only thing I have on my calendar.
I mean, it depends on how fast you drive. You could probably get home in 2 to 2.5. But
still, I mean, it's my parents are not that old, but they act like it. So, anything after 6 is gonna be like, why are you not coming to get her?
they had dinner at 3 p.m. Why are you not here already?
So all right, so we'll plan on as long as everything works out, we'll plan on me coming up to Chattanooga, and that'll be good.
Yeah. So this next source that we've got here comes to us. It's a series of tweets from Michael Steranka, the live game director, and they are communicating kind of their reasoning behind some of these changes for Community Day. Because I've already seen quite a few people in the community that are just they're not having it. They're of a similar mindset to me that this is dumb, super dumb. And so here's what they have to say. Michael has to say. So it says, thanks for the tag. So the person let's see. Do we have the original? Okay, so the original tag was Mr. Staranka. You truly seem a good dude that would have that a good dude that would be to have a drink with and chat with for a while. And I appreciate your enthusiasm for the game and interaction with the community. Blah blah blah. But this is an astounding misinterpretation of data and community desires. So they're like, basically, a lot of the communities like, no, they're cherry picking data that may very well be true, but to fit how they think we should play the game. So this is what Michael said back. Says, thanks for the tag and the honest feedback on this. There were a few things I shared in this interview that didn't make it to the final story, unfortunately. And they had linked an interview. And we've got that in our show notes as well. We probably won't go over it, but it's there if you guys wanted to look at the interview in depth. Says, but I'm happy to share it in here for full context. Actually, one of the things that prompted us to reevaluate Community Day format was calls from trainers to revert it back to 3 hours. And after seeing that feedback, we took a look at our data and saw that less than 5% of players played longer than 3 hours on Community Day. That figure drops to less than 2% for sessions of 4 hours or more. Additionally, when looking at 6-hour Community Days compared to the recent 3-hour Community Day Classic, we were shocked to find that participation rates were nearly identical. It was clear that while it may be less convenient, if given enough notice, they don't give us notice. Trainers are able to plan around 3-hour Community Days and participate just as often as they can with 6 hours. I'm not buying that. Basically they're like, oh, look at these two samples. This is what happened in these two instances. We're going to base everything, full conjecture, off of these two instances. Anyway, trainers are able to plan around the 3-hour Community Day and participate just as often as they can with 6 hours. We truly want to make this the best event and create a more focused experience where trainers can meet each other. I really don't care to meet other trainers.
Nope.
In the real world, while also earning just as many rewards in half the amount of time. We're not going to be earning the same amount of rewards. We just looked at the rewards. You're not providing a significant enough boost. Anyway.
So we got two in the chat. We got two in the chat saying unless you work during those hours.
Yeah, exactly. And then it says, this is a test to see how things shake out. But we hope trainers will agree that these changes are for the best once they participate in the upcoming April Community Day. Also, I'd love to grab a drink with you someday, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he just shoot a DM. They're going to whatever. So, okay. Let's rip this apart for a brief moment here. So, this is a test? Sure. That's good and great and all. Don't introduce a brand new Pokemon that requires 400 candies on a limited window as a test. That is asinine.
Fair enough. Because it goes off the skew, right? Yeah, a real test would have been another EV Community Day. You know?
Yeah.
Because we've had that before.
And then we get a breakdown from this Redditor. Who was this Redditor? Teben54. So this is their personal breakdown on it. So number one, Community Day Classics participations were nearly identical. So that was a statement from Michael. They say this is not a fair comparison between the only 3-hour Community Day Classic with a sample size of 1. And like I just said, and a 6-hour Community Day. Bulbasaur is an incredibly popular Pokemon. Many casual players who joined after 2018 wanted its shiny, and its Community Day move is insanely relevant in PvP, while still being a staple in PvE. It having the same turnout as Spheal, Hoppip, Sandshrew should not come as a surprise. If anything, I expected more from Bulbasaur than this. I am 100% on board with that. Like we were saying at the build-up of this, the Community Day Pokemon lately have not been anything to write home about.
Right. And the fact is, you're comparing like they just said, a number of Pokemon, the starters, right? A number of Pokemon there versus one type of Pokemon, not apples to apples.
Yeah, this very much feels like a Niantic once again saying, "This is how we want you to play the game. We don't really care about what you want."
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know why they try with the interviews and the responses back with the Twitter and all this other stuff. I mean, I'm glad they give him permission because as a creator, you want to kind of defend your reasonings, but it's I play a little bit of advocate because I'm a filthy casual. For me, this doesn't change anything. It actually makes my day easier. Is I can easily get up to Tennessee and hang out with Joe for a couple hours, do this, and get home in a decent time. But that's the only real benefit is for me, Joe. And Joe, we're gonna skew these numbers because we're gonna play for 3 hours. That's because you and I are together for the show purposes and hanging out buddy purposes, and it's special that way. However, everybody else has a great point about having to be at work. Dooley says, or if you want to make it your whole day, nice to do it in the morning and have the rest of the day. Not so nice to have to wait until the afternoon and then make it take up your whole day. Tugus Rose says, I'm sorry, Tugus Rose says, at least I can spend a lot of my lunch break when it's 6 hours. But if Tugus gets lunch at noon, they don't get to play at all. Because they're back at work from 1 to 5. What are they going to do?
Yep. And so, and then they again snapping back the same stuff that we've been saying. This is a test. Again, it is a badly designed test that may even be intentional. And this is, I am buying into this conspiracy theory. Stuffle is already a more desirable community day candidate than recent ones, and a perfect FOMO machine. So fear of missing out. Debuting a brand new Pokemon family for the first time ever on Community Day with a 400 candy requirement to evolve will already drive many players to play the full 3 hours when they usually don't. Yes. And so that they can evolve one or multiple beware. A better test would be to do a 3-hour Community Day with a similar candidate as the baseline, such as Geodude or Grimer. 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
And then the next one, we've already mentioned this a bunch, but basically the next bit of feedback that this person is giving, again, it's a Redditor named tban54, is that the 6-hour window, as fans, we don't care how long people are choosing to play. The 6-hour window provides flexibility. And that's exactly what they're saying here for their next part. Number 4, you're able to plan 3-hour community days and participate just as often as 6 hours because we're able to plan around it. And they're like, this is objectively false because reducing the time will result in players not being able to participate, again, because of working on the weekends, family matters, social events, bad weather for part of the day, etc.
That's right.
And they even go on to say that these issues existed in 2018 and 2019 and that the 6-hour window alleviated a lot of that to a huge extent. And then the next part is meet each other. And he's like, this T-Band54 is, while I get that it's Niantic's mission statement, they fail to acknowledge that players' habits and patterns in 2022 are very different from 2019. People
and Kurt, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Kurt says 6-hour window provides more 3-hour blocks. He's absolutely right. Coach Kev has a good counterpoint. You have to remember the ones who are mostly against the changes are the more hardcore players. Let's not forget, we, being the hardcore, are a very small percentage of the overall player base. As a company, they will make changes based on what the majority of the player base wants, and we are not the majority. I will state that as a filthy casual, I don't really want them to change it either, but it is. Just in, B-Wall's like, suck it up!
I don't even know how to respond to So, and then they dissect the comment, earning just as many rewards in half the amount of time. No. No. So it says bonuses such as 3 times experience, 3 times Stardust are not extended or doubled. So they're the full 6 hours. You're not going to be able to achieve that the same amount of rewards in half the time because they don't make it possible. And then they said we have calls from trainers to revert it, and we frequent the subreddit a lot, and there are a lot of vocal people there. There were no calls for them to revert it that I ever saw. If someone would like to email me and point me to where people were actually saying revert it and it actually got decent feedback, I would love to see it.
Yeah, that last one sounds like crap. And here's the other thing. I don't trust this test because just like whenever they do a community day and they say, if the world gets 50 million Beedrills, well, we always hit the marker because they hide their numbers. We don't know what the real numbers are. We don't know how many people really played. That not once in the history of the game of Pokemon Go has there ever been, oh man, y'all were so close. We almost made the marker, but we didn't this time. So next time we're going to throw it and make it, more bonuses in. No, we all know it's a running joke that they go, hey, you need to hit 50 million worldwide to then unlock 3 times Stardust. Oh, boom. Look what happened. We made 50 million worldwide. Everybody got. So this test, here's what here's what I predict, Joe. This test is going to be highly successful, and everybody turned out, and it just goes to show we were right, and everybody loved it, and we're just going to go forward.
And this is why any true statistician will, or anyone that even knows a decent amount about stats, will tell you people will cherry pick stats that are technically true to make the point that they want. And my mother-in-law loves to tell me this all the time. She used to work for a government entity inputting data, and they specifically asked her to ignore inputting certain data simply so they could state that the stats recorded fit what their narrative was. And I mean, this was back in the 80s, but they do it all the time. Stat manipulation happens all the time. That's why I rarely, if they don't provide the raw data, I rarely give much credence to stats that are posted on the internet.
Dubious Rose. Because they don't know how to do science. I like to translate that as they know science good. Like no science. Anyway, you should be limiting the variables. They could have done a community with the previous Pokemon at the different hours. That'd be more on assess, which is something you ultimately got to after they put it in chat. But yeah. Man, it's I see why the community's upset.
Yeah, and actually we've got a couple more sources here that are along these same lines with different stances, but exactly we're running out of time, so we're gonna skip it and we're gonna go to Charles's favorite source.
This is the one that you wanted me to look at.
Yep.
Ready? Here we come. Awesome evolution. No. Oh my God. Just why are we spending 5 hours on community day when this stupidity is more freaking flower crowns?
Yes, there are now flower crown assets for Lopunny as well as Togetic and Togekiss.
Why?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, this came out on March 17th. Shouldn't those be clovers? Shouldn't those be shamrocks?
Shouldn't those
shamrock crowns? Hear us, Niantic.
I don't even know what this says. I need a reset. I'm so angry now. I go ahead and reset. Hopefully this will reset us.
Oh man. Let's go ahead and end it on a positive note.
You just stepped on me hitting play on something, you butt face. Fine, positive noted out. Let's go.
No, what? Are you ending it here?
What? I
You're just
was.
hitting a reset?
No. What's the positive? What?
We got one source left. This is the last source of the evening.
You're freaking fired, Joe. Reward code for star piece, a single star piece, lucky eggs, 20. No, one lucky egg, sorry. And 20 Pokeballs. All right,
Yep.
Code, wait, this code no longer valid. New info.
Is it? Are you serious? This
Yes,
was posted today. I was gonna activate. Screw you! I have to. No positive note for you, son of a.
Tomorrow, I'm going to see you in my office, Joe.
Oh man!
Make sure you bring a box with you. It's nothing special. Just bring a box. I promise. All right, now shut your speak pipe. We're gonna
Shut your speak pipe.
Stop it. The thing, not you. The things.
Hey Joe, what time's the earliest and latest raids occur?
I love that. Occur. What time do the earliest and latest raids occur?
Man, so they keep switching this up on us, but if I'm not mistaken, the earliest eggs and the latest eggs are 5 a.m. and 8 p.m. And so basically the earliest raid would be somewhere around 6 a.m. and the latest raid to pop up would be at 9 p.m. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but that's how it's been in the past. So unless they change stuff up on us again. Yeah.
Joe, I didn't even have the energy to be funny. I'm just going to ask you, what time is it, brother?
Oh, Charles, you really...
People's going to be here for a while, man. Oh, my God.
Oh, Buzzwole.
Buzzwole, whatever. You get it. On this show, he's B-Wole now.
He's B-Wole. Step aside, Mega Beedrill. B-Wole is here.
B-Wole, boy!
Even if he looks more like a mosquito.
Yes, that's what all right, what time is it, man?
It is time for random trivia. And this week I'm going to talk about Stuffle, the flailing Pokemon, and its evolution Beware, the strong arm Pokemon. They are normal fighting type Pokemon. The Pokedex entry for Stuffle says, despite its adorable appearance, when it gets angry and flails about, its arms and legs could knock a pro wrestler sprawling. And I don't know if you had a chance to look at the shiny forms of these. So
Nope.
They're normally pink, and the pink becomes an orange color, so more like an actual red panda. Because these are based loosely off of a red panda, but more of a stuffed animal red panda.
Yeah.
Thus, the name Stuffle. It's a combination of stuffed animal and full. Like panda, red and panda aren't even in the name at all for Stuffle. So it's basically a red panda teddy bear. And even though red pandas are my favorite animal, I don't really care for. I mean, Stuffle's fine. It's not
100% different kind of Pokemon.
No, yeah, it is.
Whatever else I've seen. That's why I dig it. It's not just because it's new, but it is a new style of Pokemon to this game.
Yeah, and Stuffle itself is fine. I think it's when it evolves into Beware that it really loses me.
Beware. I said Beware again, but Beware, yeah. Because it looks like it pulled its pants way up too high. Too high.
That's the problem. He's just got a wedgie.
It looks like a 1980s mom's pantsuit.
So, and then the Pokedex entry for Beware. This immensely dangerous Pokemon possesses overwhelming physical strength. Its habitat is generally off limits. Yeah, beware the beware, I guess. and it's a combination of beware and bear because its spelling is different. But basically, he looks like a mascot. Like he's he's a red panda, quote unquote, but it's a mascot for like a hockey team or something.
He's the Wish version of the red panda.
So, yeah. Oh, beware, beware, beware.
But I'm gonna roll out. I'm gonna get my 400 candies and my shiny, and then be done with it.
Oh.
Hey, have you seen Turning Red? It's pretty good. Disney Plus.
It is.
Story.
It is pretty good. It's yeah. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of criticisms from people, and I only partially get some of them, and some of them are like, those, you're just nitpicking, whatever. But no, it was fun. I watched it with my kids.
All right. Well, follow us on all the social media. We're at Pokemon Go Pod on Twitter, Pokemon Go Podcast. Actually, we're not on Facebook anymore. We just said forget Facebook.
Yeah, screw you, Facebook.
Email us, show at PokemonGoPodcast.com, which is also the website you can go to, PokemonGoPodcast.com, and click that tab that says leave a speak pipe, and you can be just like Dooley noted and leave a speak pipe and ask questions, or have your own voice saying, hey Joe, what time is it? Or throw in your own characters for the character voices for all the weird Pokemon that we have. The next week's question of the week is going to be, what is your favorite shiny legendary, which is brought to us by our number one fan, Pokemon Master. Pokemon crap. All right, I forgot the number one fan guy. That's what we'll go.
If you want to be a master of Pokemon, sorry,
go on.
Do you have the skills to be number one?
Right. No. But yeah, Joe, where can they find you on? Oh, wait. Sorry. Join us Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern and be cool like our good friends Action Shin, Commander Root. These are bots. Dooley Productions. Dead to Me Tambourine 19. He's almost Five Eagles, Schwarm. Now, okay. I gave him a whole lot of grief, but the man's on his vacation and he's still tuning in live. I can forgive a little bit of that disrespect of putting my
now he's undead to you. He's Mr. Zombie Tambourine.
There you go. Our great best friend Pie Beagles, Schwarm 668. Shy Puff, well, you must be. You haven't said anything all night. Squishy to the Twitchy is here. Tugas Rose 27. VO by Kurt, who is also known as Hot Gravy, and the world's most okayest DM, whose audio will come up right after we, technically on the podcast, we end the show before the music comes up. I'll play his recording. I like that he sends them in. Actually, no, I love that he sends them in. But when it's over 5 minutes, it goes tagged onto the podcast part. And but he's got some good stuff to say. He's got some really good stuff to say. So check all that out on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Joe, where can they find you?
You can find me on the Twitters at Joseph_Ard. How about you, Charles?
You can find me Rock Out of Podcasting. I'm actually going to a conference this weekend. It's the Georgia EMS Association Conference for Leadership, and I'll be there with One EMS doing my thing. Check out We Are One EMS on Twitter, on TikTok. I've been doing a lot of videos on TikTok lately, and then re-putting them up on Instagram and trying to put them on Twitter. Twitter wants 140 seconds, just like they have 140 characters. I'm like, that's just stupid. That's just stupid, Twitter. But yeah, TikTok on we are One EMS. And another thing that Mr. Timmerine did nicely, said that he pimped that out or shared that with some firefighters or EMS or police or something. He said it earlier, but he shared it with a group that would like it, and I appreciate that. So I'll be doing that live this week up at Lake Lanier. Joe, everybody's going to tune in next week, breathlessly waiting to hear you say.
Clearly, we need to have Buzzwole meet Travis Jones so that they can skip leg day together.
Buzzwole! Oh, that's such a good callback from like 4 years ago. Thank God.